What's going on, friends? Dave here. We finally got a W. We got one W against Atlanta. We thought, hey, maybe Chris Paul was the problem. Maybe the good things are about to start happening. Don't worry that they had no Jalen Johnson, no Trae Young, etc., etc. It was good to get a win. You know what was awesome? Kobe Sanders finishing the game over Kawhi. I don't know why Kawhi's got these minutes restrictions and he has to do all of his minutes early on in the game. He comes out firing. They feed him early. It's good. He looks awesome. But they have this idea that they're going to get up by like 20 points while Kawhi's out there, and then be sweet to rest Kawhi in the fourth quarter. Doesn't work out so well. We can't even survive the third quarters at the moment, even while Kawhi is out there. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Kobe Sanders finishing the Atlanta game. Round of applause. 17 points off the bench for Sanders in a critical win, and they were just important points. 5 from 5 from the free throw line. This dude is clutch. He's got guts. He's dunking on people. He doesn't care. And I don't know. Maybe Kawhi is a little threatened, because when Kawhi went to the bench for Sanders, he looked pissed off. He didn't look happy. I mean, when does Kawhi look happy? Who knows what Kawhi's thinking any of the time. But he didn't look happy to see Sanders doing so well while we closed and got the W against Atlanta. But I was happy because if you follow this channel, or if you're a Clippers fan in general, you know Sanders is the only thing we got going for us at the moment to be excited about. But then, terrible loss against the Grizz. And then against the Wolves, only 3 points, 106-109. James Harden did his best. He scored 34. He was 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. Kawhi, 20 points. Okay. James Harden going up to number 10 on the all-time scoring list, taking Melo's spot. Take that, Melo. What would we do without Harden right now? Yes, we are going to give up a unprotected 2028 first-round pick, which will probably be a lottery pick. Could be number 1 for James Harden, going to Philly in 2028. But at least he shows up night in, night out. And he's never on minutes restrictions, it seems. He's never injured, it seems. And he just keeps delivering. He must be over it. After having a little bit of time to settle on this whole Chris Paul thing, I started thinking about the devil's advocate. I mean, I did make a video, maybe my last video, about how appalled I was at what they've done to CB3, and I still am, given what they did to Blake Griffin, trading him right after tricking him into signing that max extension and then shipping him off to Detroit. But I'm sure CP3 was annoying. And if he was annoying James Harden, maybe that's what pushed it over. Maybe if you're annoying the front office and the coach, Ty Lue apparently didn't speak to him for 3 weeks, which is a bit weird. Apparently CP3 was undermining the coach by changing defensive schemes. You might have seen the clips going around online. Everyone's got their theories. But at the end of the day, no one wants to be called out while they're already in a miserable situation. As if Ty Lue doesn't have more going on behind the scenes with this gambling stuff that we don't even know about. That's gone away for the most part. It's gone quiet. We don't need to hear from Chauncey Billups anymore. He's been locked up. He's just gone. But Ty Lue's caught up in all that. That has to be on your nerves. And then if CP3 is picking at you and changing defensive schemes behind your back, that's probably going to push you over the edge, as well as the whole Clippers front office. They're not going to be happy. But Blake Griffin on TV was talking about how disgraced he was in it with the whole CP3 thing and how that went down. But I was actually surprised he didn't sound too bitter against Steve Ballmer. He actually sounded like he was leaving the door ajar for reconciliation, because they were showing the famous clip of a warm-up in one game, the first game when Blake came back to Staples Center, and Steve Ballmer made an effort to go to the other side of the court to try and shake hands with Blake, but Blake ran straight past him, burnt him, ran straight to the tunnel. It was a famous clip, and Ballmer looked around like, "Whoa, well, What did I do? You saw me. I was just going to say hello. What did I do? We know what you did, bro. We know what you did. You did him dirty. But Blake says, even after all that, Steve has his number. Just give him a call. Just give him a call. He was leaving the door ajar. Blake still wants his jersey retired in LA. He's not going to get it retired anywhere else. They're not going to retire it in Detroit. So he has that going for him. He still cares about his brand. So Steve, Mr. Bomber, if you know what's good for you, give the man a call. Now is the time for some good PR. Bring Blake back. Retire his jersey next week. Retire it at the All-Star game when it's going to be all about the Intuit Dome. Let's raise Blake's number to the rafters before the All-Star game. Oh, Lord have mercy. I think Chris Paul was doing an excellent job at getting the young Kobe's going. Kobe Sanders, Kobe Brown. You've heard me talking about it before, but I just would love to know whether they're still texting. I bet CP3 is still texting Sanders, and I reckon Sanders is on his side. We hope Sanders closes more games over Kawhi. At least I do. I made a video about please trade Kawhi last week. I still want to trade Kawhi. I got a lot of comments saying he's a distressed asset. No one's going to trade for Kawhi. I know this. I know no one's going to want to trade for Kawhi, but you never know in the NBA who gets desperate enough at the right time. And who knows what the Milwaukee Bucks might do, because Giannis is going to go out the door. They might find some way to give us one unprotected draft pick. Just one in a million years from now, along with some dead contracts. For Kawhi. We'd take it. We just need any draft picks. Throw in some second rounds. Surely you've got that. I know you have to match the salaries. We could do it. Trae Young? Would Atlanta be desperate enough to give Trae Young to us? Try that, almost for a direct swap. We could make those salaries work. Trae Young's only 27 years old. John Collins is only about that. Sanders is young. Kobe Brown's young. We've got Needlehauser. I think he's quite promising. Zoo's, he's still around 27, 28. I think if you could trade Kawhi for Trae, because look, Trae's value might be right down in the league right now. The league is going towards size. Trae is tiny and can't guard. It could happen. Atlanta might get desperate enough. They might find themselves in a position where they can have a swing at it and just get Trae Young off their books. He might be annoying, you know. He wants an extension. They don't want to give it to him. And if he doesn't have any other people, no other players in the league to trade for, they might go to Kawhi will do. This year, next year. That's it. We only have to pay him next year. Then he's off the books. If you re-sign Trae, you're going to get stuck with him. But we, the Clippers, unfortunately, I'm not excited about it, but we could probably use him for the next 5 years. So we could probably afford to give him a max extension and let it ride and see if you could get some free agents, put it around Trae and get Trae to cooking. Point guard action and score heaps. Two-man game going with him and Zoo and Needlehauser off the bench and the Kobe's. I can see it now. It's all going to be great. It's going to be grand. Probably not. Well, folks, until the next one, take care of yourselves. I am Dave, the Lonely Clipper. Chuck me a sub if depressing videos like this are your thing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.